Let's be honest, we're here to solve one of the most annoying parts of travel, the overstuffed, overweight suitcase. So, today, we're going to talk about how to finally pack light and get your freedom back.
You know the feeling, right? We've all been there. You're sweating, you're struggling up a flight of stairs, dragging the suitcase that honestly feels like it's filled with bricks. And right there, in that moment, you make that promise to yourself. Never again. Well, today, we're going to show you how to actually keep that promise.
And you know, it's not just about the back pain. Overpacking hits you right in the wallet, too. Get this. In 2023 alone, U.S. airlines pulled in over $7 billion in baggage fees. That is a crazy amount of money just to haul around stuff we probably didn't even need in the first place.
So who's the real enemy here? Well, it's this sneaky little psychological trap, and it's called the just-in-case syndrome. It's that little voice in your head that whispers, but what if you need it? It gets us to pack for a dozen scenarios that are almost definitely not going to happen. And that voice, that's the real reason our bags are always so heavy.
Okay, so how do we fight back? We start by going after the biggest offenders, the things lurking right there in your closet. Let's tackle the bulkiest items first, head on. First on the chopping block, the fantasy outfit. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Those high heels you imagine wearing on cobblestone streets, or that fancy suit for a laid-back beach vacation. The rule here is super simple. If you don't wear it in your real life at home, you're not going to wear it on vacation. Pack for who you are, not some fantasy version of yourself. Next up, jeans. I know, we love them. But denim is a secret travel saboteur. It's so heavy, it's bulky, and if it gets wet, it takes forever to dry. So here's the pro move. Wear your one single favorite pair on the plane, and for the rest of the trip, pack lighter fabrics like cotton or linen. And now, for the #1 cause of overweight luggage, shoes. Oh, the shoes. But the solution is actually really simple. It's the rule of 3. First, wear your heaviest pair, your hiking boots or sneakers, on the plane. Don't pack them. Second, pack one versatile pair that could be casual or a little dressy. And third, bring a super flat pair, like flip-flops or sandals. That's it. 3 pairs. It's all you'll ever need, I promise.
This one's a big deal. Traveling with expensive or irreplaceable jewelry isn't just a risk, it's a huge source of stress. It can make you a target, and honestly, even the U.S. Department of State advises you just leave it at home. Go for fun, inexpensive pieces you wouldn't be heartbroken to lose.
All right, we've handled the closet. Our next target is the bathroom bag. Seriously, shrinking your toiletry kit is one of the fastest ways to lighten your load and get back a surprising amount of space.
First things first, just say no to full-size liquids. They're a nightmare for TSA, and we've all had one explode in our bag, right? The much smarter move is to switch to solid bars for shampoo, conditioner, you name it. Or just use what the hotel gives you. It's a total game changer for just breezing through security.
Please leave the heavy-duty hair tools at home. They're bulky, sure, but more importantly, high-wattage things like your hairdryer can literally short-circuit or melt in foreign outlets because of voltage differences. Most hotels have one anyway, so just embrace the vacation hair. Or, if you absolutely must, bring a tiny, travel-sized version.
A normal cotton bath towel is a backpack's worst enemy. It takes up a ton of space, and it stays damp forever. If you're staying at a hotel, you don't need one, period. And if you're in a hostel, a quick-dry microfiber towel is the only way to go. It packs down to almost nothing, and it dries in a flash.
Okay, it's time for the final purge. Let's get rid of all that just-in-case clutter. You know what I'm talking about. All those random things we pack because we're anxious, not because we actually need them.
Look, I love a real book as much as the next person, but paper is surprisingly heavy. Packing just 2 or 3 hardcover books can add several pounds to your bag. An e-reader, though, it can hold thousands of books and weighs next to nothing. It is the traveler's absolute best friend. You do not need a mobile pharmacy. Just remember this, people live where you're going, and they have pharmacies too. All you really need to pack are your essential prescriptions, a few painkillers for a headache, and maybe a small blister kit. For anything else, you can just buy it there.
And finally, the tech. Do you really truly need a laptop, a tablet, and a separate camera? Try to consolidate. Your smartphone is already an incredible camera, an e-reader, and a GPS. And please, swap that tangled mess of cords for a single multi-port charger that can power everything at once.
So, we've covered a lot of what to leave behind, but the real magic here is understanding why. This isn't just about saving a few bucks on baggage fees. No, this is about unlocking a totally better way to travel.
And this is the payoff. When you pack light, you gain real freedom. You're more mobile, you're way less stressed, and yeah, you save money. You can actually focus on the experience instead of constantly wrestling with your bags. You can just glide through a new city and say yes to that spontaneous adventure without even thinking twice.
But here it is, the big one, right? The number one fear that holds everybody back. But won't I run out of clothes? It's the question that stops so many people from even trying carry-on only. And it's a fair question, but the answer is actually way simpler than you think.
Here's the secret. The solution isn't packing more outfits. It's planning to do laundry. That's the whole mindset shift. You only need to pack enough for about a week, and then you just wash. Whether you do it in a hotel sink or find a local laundromat, embracing laundry is the key that unlocks minimalist, long-term travel.
And look, if you ever do find that you forgot something really important, don't panic. Like the travel guru Rick Steve says, you can buy anything you need in Europe. And you know what? That's true pretty much everywhere in the world. Forgetting your toothbrush is just an excuse to explore a local shop. Because in the end, the real freedom of travel isn't about what you manage to stuff into your suitcase. It's about what you choose to leave out of it. It's about making space for the unexpected. So, as you start planning that next trip, the real question is this: what will you be brave enough to leave behind?